Greetings from the Book Whisper. Every story is a journey into a world of love, passion, deception, and self-discovery. Close your eyes, let the sounds carry you away, and may this story touch your heart. Shadows of Deceit. Part 1, A Life Unraveled. In the bustling city of Crestwood, where skyscrapers kissed the sky and the streets thrummed with life, Sarah lived a seemingly perfect life. She was a dedicated nurse, working long hours at the local hospital, caring for patients with unwavering compassion. Her evenings were often filled with routine: dinner with her boyfriend, Mark, a charming architect who had dreams of building a sustainable community. Their apartment, nestled in a vibrant neighborhood, was adorned with photographs of their travels and plans for the future. Friends often remarked on how well they complemented each other, believing they were destined to be together. But beneath the surface of their seemingly idyllic life, shadows began to creep in. Sarah noticed that Mark had been spending more time at work, often returning home late with vague excuses. Her heart ached with the feeling that something was amiss, but she pushed the thoughts aside, convincing herself that he was simply busy with projects. Part 2, The Discovery. One evening, after a long shift, Sarah came home exhausted. She dropped her bag by the door and noticed that Mark's car was parked outside. A flicker of hope ignited in her heart, but it quickly dimmed when she stepped inside and found the apartment empty. As she walked through the living room, her gaze landed on Mark's laptop, which was still open on the coffee table. She hesitated, feeling a wave of guilt wash over her, but curiosity got the better of her, and she decided to take a peek. Opening the laptop, she was met with a series of messages on the chat application. Her heart raced as she recognized the name, Lisa, a woman from Mark's office. The messages were flirtatious and intimate, filled with laughter and inside jokes. As she scrolled through the conversation, a knot tightened in her stomach. It became clear that their relationship was more than just friendly banter. Sarah's breath caught in her throat as she read a particularly suggestive message that hinted at a meeting later that week. The realization hit her like a cold wave: Mark was cheating on her. Part 3, Confrontation. The weight of betrayal hung heavy in the air as Sarah closed the laptop, her mind racing. She felt a storm of emotions: anger, sadness, and disbelief. How could Mark do this to her? She thought they had a strong relationship built on trust. When Mark finally returned home, Sarah's heart raced with a mix of dread and determination. She confronted him in the living room, her voice trembling with emotion. "We need to talk, Mark." "About what?" he asked, appearing confused. "I found your messages with Lisa," she said, her voice steady despite the turmoil inside. His face paled, and for a moment, he seemed speechless. "Sarah, I can explain," he stammered. "Explain what? That you've been having an affair?" She shot back, her anger boiling over. "How long has this been going on?" "It was a mistake," he said, his voice shaky. "I didn't mean for it to happen, it just happened." Part 4, The Truth Unraveled. Sarah felt her heart shatter. "So, you've been lying to me this entire time? While I've been here, working my ass off, you've been with her? Please, just let me explain," Mark pleaded, stepping closer. "I never meant to hurt you, it was a moment of weakness." "A moment of weakness? Is that what you call it?" Sarah's voice rose, filled with hurt. "You made a choice, Mark, you chose to betray me." As the confrontation escalated, Mark's defensiveness turned to desperation. "I love you, Sarah, I made a mistake, I want to fix this." "But can you ever truly fix this?" she asked, tears streaming down her face. "Trust is gone, and so is the love I thought we had." Part 5, Seeking Clarity. In the days that followed, Sarah was engulfed in a whirlwind of emotions. She threw herself into work, trying to escape the pain that lingered at home. Each time she saw Mark, she felt a mixture of anger and sorrow. Despite her determination to push him away, deep down, she still loved him. She needed clarity, so she decided to meet with her close friend, Emily, who always had her back. At a nearby cafe, Emily listened intently as Sarah poured out her heart. "I don't know what to do, Emily. Part of me wants to walk away, but another part of me wants to believe that he can change." "Sarah, you deserve someone who will never betray your trust," Emily said firmly. "You need to think about what you want, not what Mark wants." "I know, but it's hard to let go," Sarah admitted, feeling tears well up again. We've built a life together. Emily reached across the table, placing her hand on Sarah's. You have to prioritize yourself. Take the time you need to think things through. Part 6, The Decision. After their conversation, Sarah felt a renewed sense of clarity. She realized she needed to set boundaries with Mark. She returned home that evening and found him waiting for her, anxiety etched on his face. Sarah, can we talk? He asked, his voice filled with hope. She took a deep breath. I've been thinking a lot. I need to understand if you're truly committed to making this work or if you're just saying what you think I want to hear. I'm committed, I swear, he said, desperation creeping into his tone. I'll do whatever it takes to earn your trust back. Actions speak louder than words, Mark, she replied, her voice steady. I need time to think about what I want. Right now, I can't be in a relationship where I feel uncertain. Part 7, A Test of Strength. As the days turned into weeks, Sarah focused on herself. She spent more time with her friends, took up yoga, and began to rediscover her passions. She even started volunteering at a local shelter, where she found fulfillment in helping others. Mark, on the other hand, tried to prove his commitment. He sent her messages, checked in regularly, and even began attending couples counseling, but Sarah felt a wall between them that she couldn't easily break down. One evening, as she was returning from a yoga class, she received a text from Mark inviting her to dinner at their favorite restaurant. Hesitant but willing to give him another chance, she agreed. When she arrived, she found Mark sitting at a candlelit table, a nervous smile on his face. I wanted tonight to be special, he said as she sat down. As they talked, Mark shared his reflections from counseling and how he was committed to changing, but as he spoke, Sarah couldn't shake the feeling that something was still missing. Part 8, Unforeseen Encounters. After dinner, they decided to take a walk along the waterfront. The moonlight shimmered over the water, creating an enchanting atmosphere, but as they strolled, Sarah noticed a familiar figure in the distance. It was Lisa, laughing and chatting with a group of friends. The sight of her sent a wave of anger through Sarah. Mark noticed her sudden tension and turned to her. Are you okay? He asked, concern etched on his face. Yeah, just surprised to see her, Sarah replied, trying to keep her voice steady. Mark hesitated, then said, I've been meaning to talk to you about Lisa. I want to be upfront. She reached out to me again, and I told her I wasn't interested. Why are you still in contact with her? Sarah questioned, her heart racing. Why does she still have a hold on you? It's not like that, Mark insisted, frustration creeping into his voice. I just didn't want to be rude. I want to focus on us. But Sarah felt a knot tighten in her stomach. It feels like you're still keeping her in your life, and I can't handle that. Part 9, The Breaking Point. The tension between them escalated. I'm trying to move forward, but I need you to let go of your past, Sarah said firmly. Mark's expression turned serious. I'm doing everything I can, but I can't control how others feel. Maybe you should stop trying to control everything, Sarah snapped, feeling anger bubble to the surface. You need to make a choice. They stood in silence, the weight of their unresolved issues hanging heavily in the air. Sarah felt tears prick at her eyes. I can't keep doing this, Mark. I need to know that you're fully committed. I am, I swear I am, he pleaded, desperation in his voice. I don't want to lose you. But May felt the old wounds reopening, and the trust she had been trying to rebuild began to crumble. Part 10, Breaking Free. Over the next few days, Sarah found herself at a crossroads. She spent hours contemplating her relationship with Mark, weighing the good against the pain. She realized that she couldn't continue to live in uncertainty. One evening, she called Emily and asked to meet. I need your advice, she confessed, her voice trembling. Of course, what's going on? Emily replied, concern evident in her tone. I feel like I'm at a breaking point with Mark. I want to believe he can change, but the doubts keep creeping back in. I can't shake the feeling that he's still connected to Iris in some way, Sarah admitted, her heart racing as she spoke. Emily nodded, her expression thoughtful. You need to prioritize your happiness, Sarah. If you feel like you can't trust him, it may be time to reevaluate what you truly want. I know I've invested so much into this relationship, but I can't keep living with this uncertainty, Sarah said, tears welling in her eyes. It's exhausting. Maybe you need to take a break and focus on yourself. Give yourself the space to figure things out without the pressure of the relationship, Emily suggested gently. After their conversation, Sarah felt a sense of clarity wash over her. She realized that she needed to step back and take control of her own happiness. Part 11, The Talk. That weekend, Sarah decided to have a serious conversation with Mark. She invited him to their favorite cafe, where they had shared countless memories. The atmosphere was nostalgic, but her heart felt heavy with the weight of what she had to say. "Thanks for coming," Sarah said, trying to sound casual as they settled into a cozy booth. "Of course, I've missed our coffee dates," Mark replied, smiling, but his smile faded as he sensed her tension. "Mark, we need to talk about us," Sarah began, her voice steady despite her racing heart. "I've been doing a lot of thinking." "About what?" he asked, concern etched on his face. "I feel like we've been stuck in a cycle of uncertainty. I can't keep worrying about your past with Iris and what it means for our future," Sarah said, her heart pounding as she spoke the words she had been holding back. Mark opened his mouth to respond, but Sarah raised her hand. "Let me finish. I want to know if you're truly committed to making this work, because right now, I'm not sure." "I am. I want to be with you," Mark exclaimed, desperation in his voice. "I'm trying to prove that to you. I need more than just words, Mark. I need actions," Sarah replied, her voice firm. "I can't continue feeling like I'm competing with someone from your past." Part 12, The Unraveling. As the conversation progressed, Mark's frustration began to seep through. "You're making this harder than it needs to be. I've told you I'm done with her. Then why do I still feel like she's a part of our lives?" Sarah shot back, her emotions bubbling to the surface. "Every time I see her name, every time I hear about her, it drives a wedge between us." Mark sighed, running a hand through his hair. "I get it, but you have to trust me. I'm here with you now." "Trust is earned, not simply given, Mark," Sarah replied, her heart heavy, "and right now, I don't feel like you're doing enough to earn it back." After an intense discussion, they left the cafe feeling more distant than before. Sarah walked back home, her thoughts a whirlwind of confusion and hurt. Part 13, A Chance Encounter. The following week, Sarah tried to focus on herself. She threw herself into work, volunteering at the local shelter, and spending time with friends. One evening, while at the shelter, she ran into an old friend, Danny, who had recently moved back to town. "Sarah, it's been ages," Danny exclaimed, pulling her into a warm hug. "Danny, I didn't know you were back," she replied, her heart lifting at the familiar face. They spent the evening catching up, and Sarah found herself laughing and enjoying the conversation. As they talked about old times, she felt a sense of comfort that had been missing lately. "Have you seen Mark?" Danny asked casually, but Sarah hesitated. "Yeah, but things have been complicated," she admitted, feeling vulnerable. "Complicated how?" Danny pressed gently. "I found out he was involved with someone from his past. It's been hard to trust him," Sarah confessed, her heart heavy. Danny looked concerned. "You deserve someone who treats you right, Sarah. Don't let anyone make you feel less than you are." Part 14, Conflicted Feelings. After her encounter with Danny, Sarah felt a mix of emotions. She appreciated Danny's support and found herself reflecting on her relationship with Mark. The warmth she felt during their conversation contrasted sharply with the tension she had been experiencing. One night, as she lay in bed, Sarah received a text from Mark. "Can we talk? I miss you," it read. Despite her instincts telling her to maintain distance, she found herself responding. "Okay, let's talk," she replied, her heart racing. When Mark arrived, he looked anxious. "I've been thinking about everything. I want to make this work, Sarah," he said earnestly. "Do you really mean that?" she asked, searching his eyes for sincerity. "Yes, I do. I know I messed up, but I want to prove to you that I can be the partner you deserve," he said, reaching for her hand. Sarah felt a flicker of hope but also a wave of doubt. "What will you do differently?" she asked. "I'll be more open. I'll keep my distance from Iris. I'll show you that I'm serious about us," he promised. Part 15, The Tipping Point. As they talked about their future, Sarah felt a warmth spreading through her chest, but just as quickly, doubts crept back in. "What if I can't fully let go of my fears?" she asked. Mark squeezed her hand. Then we'll work through them together. I'm not going anywhere. But the following days brought unexpected challenges. Sarah received a message from Iris, asking to meet up for coffee. I just want to talk, the message read. The thought of meeting her sent Sarah's heart racing. She shared the message with Mark, who frowned. You should tell her you're not interested, he said. I don't want to seem confrontational. What if she's just trying to clear the air? Sarah replied, feeling torn. Or she could be trying to stir up trouble, Mark warned, his tone serious. After much deliberation, Sarah decided to meet Iris. She felt it was important to face her fears head-on, but she also worried about how it might affect her relationship with Mark. Part 16, The Meeting. On the day of the meeting, Sarah's heart raced as she entered the cafe. She spotted Iris sitting at a table, her posture relaxed and confident. As Sarah approached, she felt a mix of apprehension and determination. Hey, thanks for meeting me, Iris said, her voice friendly. Of course, Sarah replied, taking a seat. What did you want to talk about? I just wanted to clear the air. I didn't mean to come between you and Mark, Iris said, her eyes sincere. I truly thought he had moved on. Sarah felt her defenses rise, but he didn't, did he? You reached out to him while we were together. I know, and I regret that, Iris admitted. It was a mistake. I just wanted to see if he was okay. That's not how it felt, Sarah replied, her voice steadier than she felt. It felt like you were trying to rekindle something. Iris sighed, looking down at her coffee. I understand why you'd feel that way. I just wanted to apologize for any confusion. Part 17, Unexpected Revelations. As they talked, Sarah felt a sense of clarity. I need to know that he's really committed to me and that you're not trying to come back into his life, she said firmly. I promise you, I'm not. I'm moving forward with my life, Iris said, looking Sarah in the eye. I just wanted to be honest. The conversation took a surprising turn when Iris revealed something unexpected. You should know that Mark and I shared something in the past, but it was never what he has with you. He loves you, Sarah. I can see that. Sarah's heart raced at the revelation. You really think so? I can't speak for him, but I think he has recognized what he truly wants. You deserve to be happy, Iris said, her tone earnest. After their meeting, Sarah felt a mix of emotions. She returned home, her mind racing with thoughts about the conversation. When she walked through the door, Mark was waiting for her, concern etched on his face. How did it go? He asked, his eyes searching hers. It was eye-opening, Sarah replied. Iris seemed sincere. She said she didn't mean to come between us. Mark's expression shifted. And you believe her? I think she's trying to move on, but I still have my doubts, Sarah admitted. I need you to show me that I can trust you completely. Part 18, Rebuilding Trust. In the days that followed, Sarah and Mark focused on rebuilding trust. They started attending couples counseling, where they learned to communicate their feelings more openly and address their insecurities. Each session was intense, but it also brought them closer. During one session, the therapist asked them to share their fears. Sarah took a deep breath and said, I'm afraid that the past will always hang over us. I don't want to live in a shadow of doubt. Mark nodded, his expression serious. I understand. I'm scared too. I never meant to hurt you, and I want to prove that I can be the partner you deserve. As they continued their sessions, they began to understand each other more deeply. They practiced active listening and empathy, realizing that their love could grow stronger through vulnerability. One evening, after a particularly enlightening session, Sarah turned to Mark. I feel lighter. I think we're finally making progress. I feel it too, he replied, a smile breaking across his face. Let's keep working at it. Part 19, A New Opportunity. With their relationship on the mend, life in Crestwood took a positive turn. Sarah received a promotion at the hospital, allowing her to lead a new initiative focused on mental health awareness. She was excited but also nervous about the added responsibilities. When she shared the news with Mark, he beamed with pride. You deserve this, Sarah. You've worked so hard. Thanks, but I'll need your support, she said, feeling the pressure of balancing her career and their relationship. Always, he promised, pulling her close. As the project progressed, Sarah found herself immersed in her work, and she began to feel a renewed sense of purpose. However, the demands of her new role also meant longer hours, which sometimes left little time for Mark. Part 20, Tensions Rise. As weeks went by, the balance between work and their relationship began to tip. Mark started to feel neglected, and old insecurities began to creep back in. One evening, when Sarah came home late after a long day, she found Mark waiting for her, his expression tense. "Hey, you're home," she said, trying to sound cheerful. "Yeah, but you're not. You've been working late a lot lately," he replied, his tone edged with frustration. "I know, and I'm sorry. This new project is consuming a lot of my time," Sarah explained, feeling the weight of his disappointment. "It just feels like you're prioritizing your work over us," Mark said, his voice rising. "I thought we were supposed to be in this together." "Mark, I'm doing this for us. I want to provide a better future," she countered, hurt and defensive. "But at what cost? I feel like I'm losing you," he said, his eyes darkening with concern. Part 21, Breaking Point. The tension between them escalated, and their arguments became more frequent. May felt trapped in a cycle of guilt and frustration. One night, after a particularly heated argument, she stormed out of the apartment, needing space to think. As she walked through the city streets, she found herself at her favorite cafe. Sitting alone, she reflected on their relationship and her feelings. Just then, she spotted Iris across the room, sitting with a group of friends. Her heart raced, and the old insecurities resurfaced. Iris looked up and smiled when she saw May. "Hey, it's good to see you," she said, waving her over. May hesitated but then decided to join her. "Hi, I didn't expect to see you here. I just moved back to town and thought I'd catch up with some friends." "How have you been?" Iris asked, genuine curiosity in her eyes. "I've been busy," May replied, her voice a mix of frustration and vulnerability. "Things with Mark have been complicated." Iris nodded, understanding. "Relationships can be tough. If you ever need someone to talk to, I'm here." May felt a flicker of warmth from Iris's kindness, but her heart was still heavy with doubt. "Thank you, I appreciate that." As they talked, May found herself sharing her feelings about her relationship with Mark and the struggles they were facing. Iris listened intently, offering support without judgment. Part 22, A New Perspective. After her conversation with Iris, May returned home feeling a little lighter. She realized that sometimes, speaking with someone outside the situation could provide clarity. When she walked in, Mark was waiting for her, concern etched on his face. "Where were you?" he asked, his voice low. "I just needed some air," she replied, choosing her words carefully. "I ran into Iris." Mark's expression darkened. "Why didn't you tell me?" "Because I didn't want to add to the tension. I needed to think," May explained, feeling the weight of his gaze. "Are you still worried about her?" Mark asked, a hint of frustration creeping into his tone. "I'm trying to focus on us, but it's hard when I feel like there are unresolved issues," May admitted, her heart racing. Part 23, A Chance for Change. The next day, May decided to take a bold step. She scheduled a meeting with Mark to discuss their future openly. They sat down at their kitchen table, and May took a deep breath. "I think we need to make some changes," she said, looking him in the eye. "We can't keep living in this cycle of doubt and frustration." Mark leaned forward, his expression serious. "What do you suggest?" "I think we need to set aside specific times for each other, no work distractions. I want us to reconnect," May proposed. Mark nodded, a flicker of hope in his eyes. "I agree. We can schedule date nights or even weekend getaways." "Yes, and I want you to be honest about your feelings. If something is bothering you, tell me," May said, her voice filled with determination. "I promise," Mark replied, a sense of relief washing over him. "I want to make this work." Part 24, Rebuilding Together. With newfound determination, May and Mark began to rebuild their relationship. They scheduled weekly date nights, exploring new restaurants and revisiting old favorites. They also set aside time for each other on weekends, going on hikes and enjoying the beauty of Seabrook. As they spent time together, May felt a sense of joy return to their relationship. She realized that communication was key, and they were learning to express their needs without fear of judgment. One evening, while watching the sunset on the beach, May turned to Mark. "I'm so glad we made these changes. It feels like we're finally reconnecting," she said, her heart full. Me too. I didn't realize how much I was holding back until we started talking, Mark replied, taking her hand. I want to keep this going. Part 25, A New Horizon. Months rolled by, and their relationship flourished. May completed her project, and it garnered praise in the community. Mark's workshop also thrived, and he received recognition for his craftsmanship. One evening, as they celebrated their successes over dinner, Mark looked across the table at May, his eyes sparkling. I've been thinking maybe it's time to take the next step in our relationship, he said, his voice filled with excitement. What do you mean? May asked, her heart racing. I think we should consider moving in together. I want us to build a life together, he said, his tone earnest. May's heart soared at the thought. I'd love that. I think it's a great idea. As they discussed the possibilities, May felt a sense of hope and excitement for their future. They began making plans, looking for places that would suit them both. Conclusion: embracing the future. As they stood on the brink of a new chapter in their lives, May and Mark felt ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. They had overcome significant obstacles, and through their struggles, they had emerged stronger. The tides of life had tested their love, but they had learned to navigate through the storms together. As they watched the sun dip below the horizon, May realized that their journey was just beginning. Hand in hand, they stepped forward into the future, knowing that love, resilience, and open communication would guide them through whatever came next. Dear listeners of the Book Whisper, we hope you've been left with a lasting impression. We're constantly searching for new stories to share with you. Don't miss what's next. Subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. Give us a like if you'd love more audiobooks like this. Until our next meeting on the pages of our tales.